So, today for this comic review, we're going to do something a little different today. Today we're going to be basically doing not one, but two comic reviews this time around. Why? Mostly because, I didn't have, I finished both of these books, but I didn't really have enough to say about them that would pack into two videos. So I just decided, you know what? I'll just do a 2-in-1. I just decided to do a 2-in-1 this time around and figured, this could work. I don't know if I'll do this all the time, but I definitely think this could, this could work if I don't have enough to say about it with two books. And they're both independent books. So, yeah. So the two books we're going to be talking about are Black Road, The Holy North, and Bloodborne, A Song of Crows. So, I know I've done reviews on Bloodborne, the other two books, The Dreamless Death and The Healing Thirst, before, and those ones I could do, I could fill out with full videos. Those ones I could do a solid, full out on both videos. But that one was a little more difficult to do, but we'll get to that in a bit. I actually want to talk about this first, The Black Road. So the Black Road, funny story, when Chris and I were at MegaCon a while back, we basically were going through some trades, and Chris caught this book at this discount bin, and I was like, damn, that looks really cool. I wish I saw that, because I would have taken it myself. So Chris, being the cheeky bugger that he is, sent me this. As always, bro, I know you're watching these, so thank you again for this comic. So yeah, so this comic, The Black Road, I love me some Viking stories. I always love me some good, some dark Viking stories, and this one really had a lot of Northman vibes. One of my favorite movies from Robert Eggers. So the story is set in 1000 AD, and we are now in the time of Vikings is kind of waning, and Christianity is taking over the North. And essentially what it is that we follow this character called Magnus the Black, who lost his family and has been charged with escorting this cardinal to a city across this place called the Black Road, which is this very hostile landscape full of wolves, thieves, and just, cold that would kill a normal man. It is just nothing but just suck. It is just absolute suck, no matter where you go. But, however, Magnus loses the cardinal and instead escorts the adopted daughter of Magnus, and she and him traverse the Black Road, encountering all these forces. What I like about this is that it kind of shows the effects of what Christianity did to the pagan culture. It was very forced convert. It wasn't God loves you and everything else. Please, you don't understand the true God and all that. No, it was submit to our will and die. That hasn't really changed in the last 1,000 years now, has it? And I speak for all, most religions. So yeah, it was basically a submit to our will and die, or submit to our will and you still die. So Magnus is really interesting because he's just kind of of the mindset of, well, this shit is not fun, but I don't know if I want to wage war with them because my gods didn't really do much for me either. So I do there's kind of this cool juxtaposition between the two of them. So I did like that. I think there's a lot of there's also some really great brutality in here. I can't really show you the artwork. The comic is written by Brian Wood, and the artwork is done by Gary Brown, and colors by Dave McCraig. The book is just brutal. It just gives you this feeling of hopelessness and pain and everything else. There's also a fascinating twist that happens halfway through the book, so that made me go, "Oh damn, that just happened." I was very pleased with this. I'm glad Chris did send me a copy to read this, and I really hope I can I've looked all over online to see if I can find, because it's a 2-book saga. So I'm hoping one day I can find book 2 to complete this story. But yeah, if you enjoy dark Viking kind of stories, I highly recommend getting this book if you can find it. It's kind of hard. It's getting kind of hard to read to find this book, but it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, if you enjoyed like the Northman or just Viking stories in general, I would highly recommend this. So now we come to the next book, and that is Bloodborne: A Song of Crows, which, like I said, I have done reviews for the other two Bloodborne books that Chris sent me. But it was a little difficult to like do a like solid review for this on its own, mostly because, well, there's a lot, like, as always, the book's written by Alice Knott, hope I'm saying that name right, and the artwork by Piotr Kowalski, which Piotr Kowalski's artwork is just phenomenal in every page. And this one, the artwork has always been like a major factor of this story, of these, because the thing is, like, while it's an ongoing, every 4 issues is like a new story arc. It's like an anthology series set in the Bloodborne universe, which, again, I have not played the Bloodborne games, the game Bloodborne, but I was really interested in the universe. So this kind of deals with this character called Eileen the Raven, and Eileen the Crow, and basically the character is kind of stuck in this kind of weird time dilation. There's a lot more to it than that, but it's really hard to, like, describe it. Like, this book is more, like, head trippy and like, body horror than anything else. There's a lot of great visuals in here, but the big thing is like I said, the comic, this comic, more than the other two, depends on artwork over story. Like, this was a really fast read because it's more, like I said, art, like Kowalski's art than anything else. And that's not really a knock. I think Kowalski's artwork really tells a phenomenal story, but this was kind of like well, damn. There's not really much to talk about, and it's more like interpretation through artwork. So yeah, it's kind of weaker for me in that sense, but like again, there's just such good artwork in here, and it's not a knock on it. It's just there's not a lot I can say other than this is more this is pictures being told through a story rather than pictures over story. Looking at you, Todd McFarlane. So yeah, I do think while I do think this is still pretty good, I will also admit that this comic is kind of like it's going to be a fast read if you pick this up. I still think The Healing Thirst is my personal favorite of the Bloodborne books I've read. So yeah, this might be the weaker one only because like it was such a fast read for me. But yeah, regardless, I still liked it. So there you go. Like I said, there you go. 2 comic reviews in one. And you guys tell me in the comments below if you've read Black Road or Bloodborne, these 2 books. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Chris, as always, thank you so much for these books and others. And other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.